It's a new background, it's a new haircut, it's a new city, it's a new job, it's a new everything. And this is because I am back. And in today's video, I will fill you into what has been happening, where I'm going with career conversations, so I hope you stay tuned. If you're new here to this channel is mainly about giving people advice on how to promote their online or their side project online. I do this mainly for academics. And here comes already the first news, because I have finished my PhD. Now I am officially a doctor in skin cancer. So in retrospect, it has been a lot harder than I realized while I was in it. And I will do a whole video where I share about my PhD experience. By the way, I think the image is a little bit... Yeah, so the PhD wasn't necessarily an intellectual challenge per se. For me, it was more like I had one finding and then I went to the next experiment that was logical and so on. It was really more a challenge in endurance and like a psychological challenge. And I really, like I said, I didn't realize how difficult it was psychologically while I was in it. And I think the main problem with a PhD in general is that if you have invested 3 years already and you realize this is really not what you want to do, if you just quit, you lose the last 3 years of work, and also it kind of looks like you're a quitter on your CV because everyone is expecting you to finish your PhD, right? And in all other jobs, if you realize after 3 years that this job isn't for you, you just interview for other jobs, and then it looks like work experience. And this sort of a thing where you feel like if I leave now, then I lose all of my previous work. So I'm kind of stuck in here. This was what was so hard for me because honestly, I was ready to leave after about 3 years. But this video is not about, PhD. If you want me to do it, maybe let me know in the comments below. If you want me to do a video on the pros and cons of a PhD, if you're currently struggling, whether you should approach this sort of career path, then again, let me know in the comments below and I'm happy to do such a video. Oh, and also be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on this kind of video. And the second thing that is new is that I have moved. Not only flats, not only cities, but even countries. And this was the main reason why I've been so silent, because first I had my PhD, then I was moving, and this was really, really exhausting. And I wasn't really sure how much I wanted to share about this, and I'm still not entirely sure, because there is just a minority online where I don't want them to know much about anything about my life, basically. I'm very happy to share. Well, most of the people online are just great, but like I said, I'm still not sure how much I'm prepared to share about my private life and so on, and where I'm living right now. And also, I have found a new job, and this job that I'm having right now is kind of my dream job. It is a job in marketing, and I guess you all will not be surprised to hear that marketing is really the thing that gets me excited. I know everyone in academia says it is a creative job, but for me, as a person who is quite creative, I always felt a little bit, I felt that being creative and doing things outside of the box is a little bit frowned upon and is considered a little bit shallow, because everything that is not data driven, at least in my environment, I felt was not acknowledged as something of value. And there are actually jobs that kind of merge the two. So what I'm doing right now is I'm a product manager. And what you do as a product manager is you obviously have a product. So for me, it is something that is biotech related. So I still use my science knowledge. But at the same time, I also, we manage products. So we coordinate R&D and marketing and sales. And this really gives you the freedom to use all kinds of different talents, or at least for me, it feels like I have the freedom to use not only one talent that I was using in academia, but all kinds of different talents. I get to talk to a lot of people. It's so much more communicative. And I am just, like I said, I'm so happy with it. And I have a special focus on digital marketing because, I had career conversations to show that I actually am passionate about digital marketing. And this is actually, I think, the main reason why I got this job. Because my supervisor specifically wanted to fill, like there was this gap because we weren't enough people in digital marketing yet. And it was really difficult, I think, to get someone who understands science and also digital marketing. And I had this whole platform that allowed me to show look, I have a ton of videos that explain at least how to do digital marketing on Twitter. And lots of the things that you can do on Twitter, you can also use for Instagram or for LinkedIn and so on. So there was also a lot of mindset. So in a way, I had a portfolio already of digital marketing skills that people could look at. And by the way, if you're interested in a video that explains a little bit more how I used career conversations both in my CV and also in the job interview, then let me know in the comments below, and I'm also very happy to film this video. And this brings me to the third point, because there will also be a few tiny changes on Career Conversations, but I'm thinking you will probably appreciate them. So far Career Conversations had a very, very strong focus on Twitter. And like I said, I use this in my job applications and so on. So part of my strategy for Twitter wasn't only that I wanted to show you how to use Twitter, I also wanted to show future employers that I'm able to use Twitter and that I'm able to grow an audience of scientists. Because if I knew from beginning on I wanted to work at a biotech company and I wanted to do the marketing there, so I wanted to be able to show them, look, this is my target audience, is your target audience. I know how to talk to them, and I know Twitter is the most important platform to talk to scientists. So it was a little bit also strategically having the job interviews in mind. But now that I have a job, I can talk about a lot of other online marketing things that I haven't been talking before, that I've only been using, in the background behind the scenes. And now what I really want to do with Career Conversations is to help give everyone like a more holistic overview of how to promote your project online, because I know there are so many people in academia, people that have a PhD or that are pursuing a PhD, that are so passionate about their research. And I know even though you're passionate about it, sometimes the PhD in itself doesn't really give you a lot of freedom. So I talk to so many people who have a tiny side project online where they want to show the world what the PhD is really about. For instance, I was talking to a woman who was doing her PhD in parts on things that can happen during pregnancy that can really impact the rest of the life of the child or the person. And she was very, very passionate about it and wanted to, talk to mothers and show them, okay, this has some solid science, but she didn't have a PhD yet. So she felt a little bit like an imposter and felt like, since I don't have the PhD, I'm not sure if I'm really an expert. I know all the literature and so on. And those are the types of people who I want to empower, because I know you're passionate about your work. And just like I did with Career Conversations, you can really build an online portfolio to be recognized for your work, because you are already an expert. And having other people see how much expertise you really have is going to help you so much with your career. And sometimes you're also maybe not only passionate about your PhD project, but also about something else, but you don't have a degree in it. Like I did. I don't have a marketing degree, and yet still I was able to get a job in marketing. And that was because I could show online that I am passionate about this and that I have knowledge about this. And this is what I want to do with Career Conversations. I want to help you promote your passion so that you have a portfolio of things to show to a future employer, or also so that you can turn it into your own little business. And yeah, so we are going to talk about YouTube, the YouTube algorithm, something that is called search engine optimization, so that if you, for instance, write a blog post or do a YouTube video, so that you will be found through Google, and so that you have some evergreen traffic and are able to save time. I know this all sounds very complicated right now because I didn't talk about this yet, but I know you are very, very busy. And I know that you want to be very, very strategic about the tiny things that you are doing online, because this is definitely not your main job. So I'm going to show you all of the main tools that you can use while doing a PhD that are time-saving and are still going to allow you to grow and to promote your passion project. And this is what Career Conversations is going to be about in the future, because right now I don't have to apply for new jobs because I already have a job that I very much like. So I have the freedom to show you everything. So this is going to allow you to show future employers, first, look, I am skilled at this. Second, look, there are other people who also think that I am good at this. And third, look, I am very passionate about it because clearly I have invested some time into this. So the last two things that I wanted to tell you is, on the one hand, I will still continue to include Twitter, because Twitter is just a great platform and I still have a lot of things to say about this, so no worries. It is still going to be content that is relevant for you. It will just be also additional other content. And also I wanted to stress again that the one thing that I've learned in the past is that good content is not enough. If people don't find you online, then it is more like a diary entry. So it is great if you're having some passion about this, but at the same time, there are a few tiny things that you can change. And if you understand those, and I know you're smart, so you will understand those very easily, it is no rocket science, then this is how you can grow very easily. It is not a matter of investing a lot more time. It is rather a matter of understanding the basics once, doing a little bit of trial and error, and then you can grow very easily and can still do this while working. It is really not that difficult. So yes, if you're interested in those types of things and if you're excited about all those types of things, then first please give this video a like, because this is really what promotes or what supports me a lot. Because yes, engagement, I have already mentioned this a lot, is one of the main things that push content on social media. Follow me on Twitter as Career Conversa 1, because I will not be posting a lot because I'm still in this new job. I'm quite busy, but I'm trying to post as much as I can, likely every other week. And if you're struggling with your PhD, no worries. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and together we will make sure that you will take charge of your career again. And with this, I wish you a wonderful day. I hope to see you in the next video. Oh, and subscribe so that you won't miss new content. And yes, see you soon. Bye.